Hello, I'm Gord Adnams, and I serve on the board of the Summer Institute of Church Music. And today I'm talking with someone I met many years ago in Whitby at the Summer Institute, Malcolm Bradley from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. How are you doing, Malcolm?
I'm doing great, thank you.
I saw you online last year, so it hasn't been that long since we've touched bases. But you keep coming back to SICM. What's going on, and how's that a good thing?
I was trying to think of what year I started, and it might have been 2008 or 2009 or something. But my first summer, I was just so impressed with being able to talk to the person who was doing the choral that summer, and eating lunch to everybody eating lunch together and just sharing
Mm,
so many ideas. And I think it's been the choral aspect every year that, being able to work with Mark Surrett and Hilary Appelstadt, it had an incredible influence on my choral career as both as a community choir conductor and as a church conductor for 30 years. And just the repertoire that people are exposed to. I'm eternally grateful to Stephanie Martin, who's just a fabulous Canadian composer, and
mhm.
knowing that she has written some very simple music for smaller church choirs. And again, just that sharing of ideas and being able to ask questions chorally has just been a huge experience and incredible and positive experience in my life. And I know the church choir, when I would go back in September, was always saying, "And what did you learn this year at Summer Institute of Church Music?"
Yeah.
It's also been wonderful to be exposed to some very fine organists and just learning about their repertoire and seeing them work. And again, being exposed to repertoire that, it's not the most difficult repertoire in the world, but very useful for church services. So
Mhm.
those things, and then just the people that I would see every summer, and great laughs over how to get back to Whitby from St. George's with the one-way streets and all that sort of
Yeah.
thing. So it's just a wonderful community.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. And you've been both in person and online. And are you going to join us online this year?
Yes, I am. I found last year very, very interesting with Patrick Johnson. It seems as though there's a whole new group of people conducting in Canada, and Patrick was just very, very educational last year, new warm-ups and all that sort of thing, and his whole
Mm,
approach to the repertoire in a very compressed. I think there were 2 evenings of rehearsals or 3 evenings before the
mm.
concert.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to seeing Patrick again this year. And every year, it's quite interesting. I find the chaplain every year is also very interesting, just different approaches to worship and
Hmm.
the messages. And because these are challenging times for church musicians in many ways.
Yeah.
And I know in some of the churches where I've been subbing this year as an organist, they've had to hire a pianist as their new music directors with very little experience or no experience playing the organ.
Mm,
So it's just been interesting to see how the various chaplains have dealt with the changes that are taking place in church music as well.
yeah.
So I will be there and tuning in to the chapel services and the other sessions during the day that again are very instructive.
Hmm. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you online. Um, Anything else you'd like to add to encourage others to come and see and taste that the SICM is good?
Well, I think one of the big things with it being online, I used to travel from Dartmouth or Halifax to Toronto, then get on the GO train and go to Whitby, and then
Mm,
would go off and visit family after the week was over. And initially, it was expensive, and that actually encouraged my church, Grace United Church in Dartmouth, to provide a $1,500 professional development grant
mm,
every year, which was extremely helpful.
yeah.
Um, and so now that I don't have that huge expense and can do it online, I just think it's for, church musicians at any level, it's just so helpful and instructive. And again, just, those 3 or 4 days tuning in each day to be with other groups of church musicians, many facing the same kinds of issues of dwindling choir numbers and challenges and change of liturgy and all that sort of thing. So I would say, do it. It's 3 days out of the summer, and with the time differences, it's very well accommodated, and just do it. It will change your lives in many respects.
Yeah, and certainly Fred Graham is going to unpack a lot of that difficulty that has been, some of it historic, some of it new. But
Right.
he is incredibly well qualified as our presenter for the theme.
Mm. So
So I'm looking forward.
I really enjoyed the interview that was posted last week. Very thorough, and one got a real sense of what Fred is going to be dealing with this summer. So
Hmm. Yeah, well, Malcolm, it's been a joy. Thank you so much for taking time to talk to us about your experiences at SICM, and look forward to seeing you in just a few weeks.
right, it's coming very quickly. So get in for that early bird price.
Yeah, just a few days left.
Right,
Thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon.
right. Have a great day.
You too.